YouTube, Turtleags here, bringing you another AFK journey video. It is finally time to see if we can cook up a team that will be best for the current Lone Gaze Dream Realm. Now, I do have to say that not much has changed, if at all, in terms of the best team combination for the Lone Gaze, which is kind of disappointing actually, because it's always nice to have more options. But it seems to me that this team that I have before you is the best team. Basically, you're running Smokey for the heals, the offensive, attack buffs, and also the blue mist that makes the Lone Gaze take 12% of his max HP and damage per second for 10 seconds. You have Coco, which is necessary to survive towards the very end, and I'm not sure if we are able to survive towards the very end because we are in the elite challenges now. We have Thorin forming a pact with Rainier, who is dynamic balancing Odie. Now there seems to be different opinions as to which spell is the best. For me personally, my best score was obtained with the evocation spell, but I think a lot of people are opting for the Star Shard spell instead, or even like the Crescent spell for more magic defense shred. One thing I should mention is that part of the reason why this team works very well is also because Thorin's season skill increases the damage taken by the target by 11% for 3 seconds after dealing normal attacks. So long as Thorin is attacking the wolf, you maintain uptime for the additional 11% damage taken. And so, anyways, we're first going to go with the evocation and team setup that I ran last time. Just kind of going over the Lone Wolf's mechanics just as a refresher. The thing about the Lone Wolf is that he actually hits pretty hard and has a 50% dodge rate over the course of the match, depending on which phase you're in. So just kind of going over his skills, his ultimate. At the first 10, 40, and 70 seconds in the battle, the mist appears on the battlefield. The Wolf King disappears before reappearing to dispel the mist within 1 tile. Summons the Wolf Pack, and for each hit, he deals 30% damage, inflicts a stack of bleed. This bleed deals 3% damage per second to the target up to 6 stacks. The mist disappears in 20 seconds after appearing. The Wolf King has a 30% chance to dodge the damage skills from the enemies within the mist. Yeah, so there's a lot of RNG with the Lone Gaze, I feel, because he's kind of like Aaron in the sense that depending on how much or how little he dodges, that could determine how much damage you're able to inflict on the Lone Gaze. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Try to have a couple attempts in case the RNG doesn't work in your favor. He dashes to the furthest target, dealing 250% damage, deals 40% extra damage to the target beyond 2 tiles, summons 3 spectral wolves if the mist exists, each dealing 100% damage. Okay, so standard attack on the furthest target. Deals 120% damage twice to the targets within a 1 tile arc. Deals 150% damage to adjacent enemies and interrupts them. Okay. And finally gains 20 haste, 20% physical and magic defense upon defeating an enemy hero up to 5 stacks. So it's in your best interest to make sure that none of your units die, because the more units of yours die, the faster Lone Gaze attacks and the tankier he gets. It's kind of like Bloodlust in a lot of other games. So that's kind of the basic idea. I do like the evocation spell a lot because especially now that it's level 15, because every 10 seconds it'll rotate between 4 different buffs. It'll go, first buff mitigates damage by 45%, second buff increases your attack by I think 30%, the third buff it increases your leech rate, and then fourth buff increases your haste. So I do like this spell very much, but a lot of people are opting for the Crescent spell in order to take advantage of the 35% or 30% magic defense shred that it does. And you do have two magic dealers in Rainier and Odie. And actually, when you have a higher level Crescent spell, you're able to keep basically the magic defense shred lasts longer. I think it goes from 5 seconds to 8 seconds. But of course, you can go with the Star Shard spell as well, which is always a good spell because in addition to doing true damage, it gives the greatest haste boost out of any other spell, even the seasonal ones. So I think what we'll do first, since there's not much variability in the teams, hardly at all, this is basically going to be the team. So for this reason, you can probably do like an evocation spell. Now, one thing I will try out is if, maybe I could try an Ulsa team and go Crescent. That could be a spicy option, but I'm not sure who I'll take out. But let's showcase this team first, which is still the most optimal. So let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, and at Elite, he's already doing a ton of damage. So I'm not even sure if swapping some defense for more offense is even a good idea. No, we're barely hanging on. And by the way, I am Resonance level 165, which I think is one of the highest in the game right now, as of this recording. And this team has very good survivability with Coco, which is really nice. 24 seconds left. I'm trying to remember if anyone died towards the end of my previous run. Oh, 165. Oh yeah, maybe it's 165. Sorry, I forgot. Okay, Rainier died there with 5 seconds to go. Ooh, we hit a new score. Okay, so 4.5 billion looks to be the score. Okay. And as you can see, Odie does a lot of damage there, as does Thorin. I'm at 157 rip. Let me actually just double check what my resonance level is, so you kind of have that as a baseline. Okay, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. 264. 264. Why did I say 156? Oh my god. Alright, anyways, let's go back, and now let's try the Star Shard spell, because a lot of people are rocking that, so let's see if that makes any difference. My Rainier dies earlier because he's Supreme only, I guess, and my res is 249. Got it. Whoa, Smokey died already. Ooh. Wow, okay. So once you get to the Elite Challenge, you may want to run a more defensive spell. That's really unfortunate. That definitely hurts our run quite a bit. I was gonna say, there's no way I'm higher than you when your season reset 3 days before mine. Got it, Rob. Okay, so rip this run, right? Okay, so I think the very first spirit of the evocation, the 45% damage reduction does help a lot. Wow. Okay, so that was really not good. Okay, so now let's try... We can try the Crescent spell. See how that goes. I wonder if this can survive until the end. Ooh, Smokey's barely hanging on. I think there's some RNG. I think that maybe the wolf had a lucky crit on my Smokey. Ooh, and Rainier's not... Ooh, Rainier died with 60 seconds to go. So that will actually slow down magic defense shred application, which could slow down our run. Ooh. So there might be only one good spell then. Yeah, wow. Okay, so I think it's pretty clear from these 3 runs that you do need to run the evocation spell. I can't, the only other spell I can think of, I even went down 1 rank, holy. The only other spell I can think of that would actually improve our survivability would probably be the Quick Blade spell. This would increase Thorin's damage. I don't know, to be honest, I don't really recommend that. Okay, let's start talking about free-to-play alternatives. So let's say you don't have a Rainier, right? You're free-to-play. Then you'll probably... Some people were saying Cessia, other people were saying Kruger. I think Cessia does make a lot of sense. Because she does do quite a bit of damage. So we can... And then you would probably still go this spell. Evocation's the best. Yeah, Evocation is the best. Alright, so let's go ahead and give this a try. Let's see how we do. So this is the free-to-play option. A lot of people should have Cessia built. Yeah, see, the 45% damage reduction allowed our team to survive and thus to stabilize with Coco. Our Odie died though. Oh, because we lost the faction bonus. We lost the faction bonus. Right. Because we're 3-2 instead of 4-1. Cessi in place of Odie. I use Odie in place of Odie, and Odie connected to Thorin. Oh, I see. Okay. Got it. So we'll try that next. So I guess Odie's squishier than Cessia. Okay. Gotta place the linked hero the furthest back to bait the wolf. Linked hero. Oh, got it. Okay. So something like that. Because Odie is protected somewhat. Ooh, okay, there we go. My Odie survives with Bond to Thorin. Got it, got it. So if you're doing the free-to-play option, you gotta bond your Thorin to Odie. Otherwise Odie will die, as you saw in the previous run. Yeah, and it goes without saying you do need Coco on this run. Odie still died. Okay, I mean, that's still a respectable above 30%. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and show what Cessia did there. Cessia actually did a good amount of damage. Only 4% less than my highest score, so actually not too bad. So, let me just go back here. So we'll do one more time with the Rainier strat. So once again, as a refresher, this is the team that achieves the highest score. Let's just make sure that there was no RNG involved, that this is consistently the better team. I regret getting Igor to EX15, thought he would be good. Sorry. Yeah, I got baited by AFK stage Igor. Oh, rip your account, I'm so sorry. Holy, that's like what? 275 temporal essences? Wow, okay. Rip the temporal essences. But, okay, at least... Thank you for the warning, you know. Ooh, Rainier survived. Barely. What do you think of Cassidy instead of Rainier? Ooh, we could try that. Actually, thank you for suggesting that. We'll try that next. Ooh, new score. Ooh, 37.69%. Okay, yeah, so, you know, RNG involved. Nice, we're ranked 2 now. Excellent, excellent. That's a score, very similar to the previous score. This time, though, Rainier did survive to the end. I mean, he came close to dying a couple times, but... Okay, so we'll try one more free-to-play option, which I do like this option here. Let's check here. Wow, that was actually a lot more than other folks. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, so another free-to-play option is going to be Cassidy.
This is for research.
Okay, so something like that. Now, I'm a little concerned about the survivability of the team. So what we may want to do is we need to make sure that Odie's alive. But I worry that Cassidy might die. So let's see how it goes. Oh, whoops. Oh, okay, I messed that up. Let me do that one more time. So you saw the mistake, right? When I moved Cassidy too far forward, I blessed Thor and not Odie. I think Odie should be connected, yeah. Okay, so rip this run. Also, Odie died early for some reason. So this is why we play test. But that's strange. Odie was connected and still died in this run. Okay, yeah. I'm kind of skeptical if... Okay, this was a survival issue. This wasn't even a damage issue. This was a survival issue. So I wouldn't recommend Cassidy. Here's the thing, guys. The Elite Lone Gaze is so powerful that even changing the faction bonus a little bit can have like a huge impact on your team. So one thing I am curious about is Ulsa with the Crescent spell. I really do want to try this out. But we might die, though, is the problem. But we can try it. We can try it. I don't think this is a free-to-play option, though. Okay, oh, okay, yeah, terrible team. Okay, forget it. Okay, so you basically have to run evocation spell. Lone Wolf is extremely RNG, just like Necro. Yeah. Have you tried Odie, Link to Thorin, Kruger, Smokey, Coco? The problem is, Kruger doesn't help anyone besides Thorin. That's why I don't want to try it. Well, okay, we could try it. But Odie's not going to get a buff from Kruger. So here's another free-to-play option, and we're gonna run the evocation spell. Okay, let's try. Oh, that's really not good. Oh. No, I still don't get it. Cougar sucks here. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I think that pretty much wraps it up. I don't want this video to be filled with botched runs, but I think this is a good illustration of what works and what doesn't. That way you don't have to, waste so many attempts on your account. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully in the next update, we will have an even spicier team for you. But for right now, it seems to me that the first team that I showed, which is this team right here, appears to be the best team. And actually, the artifact selection matters even more once you hit the Elite Challenge. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.